We're not going to record a whole podcast and not record it.
All right. Podcast number 7.
Lucky 7.
Lucky 7?
Yeah, 7s are lucky.
Okay, cool. We just sighed at the same time.
I know. At least we didn't say
Yeah. Today, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say that I want to talk about commitment.
Yep.
Not just consistency, but commitment to that. There's another. There you go. I'm throwing you a softball there. You're not catching
the C word.
Thank you. I was waiting for it.
CrossFit commitment.
Consistency. But like, what does commitment mean?
That's just oh man, it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
It's just the biggest thing I see every day in life. It's not just the gym. Mm-hmm. It's the workforce.
It's everywhere.
It's the people's family. It's everywhere you go. People are just walking around unhealthy, mm-hmm. sad inside, mm-hmm. and not doing anything about it. And they're so distracted, mm-hmm. they just don't even know what's going on. They're just not focused. Our job as coaches and mentors and leaders is to get people to believe in themselves, because we're nobody special. No. We're no different than those people in the sense of meaning like what they can achieve, like their level of achievement, what they can do. That's what I mean. Like we're the same, but the difference in us is we're committed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you look at, there are some people in life that are born with a massive amount of talent. Mm-hmm. And if you couple that with strong commitment, then you get like the people that are at the very, very top of everything. Mm-hmm. But most of the time, we aren't born with massive amounts of talent. The reason you get where you are is because you work hard, mm-hmm. and you bust your butt consistently. You commit to it.
Yeah.
And that's how you get things. I mean, if you talk to even Clay, he was tiny and he just went outside and he threw a ball against a wall, literally over and over again.
Yeah.
And he got great at sports because he wasn't anything special to start with.
Yeah.
He didn't have size, but he was determined to make it happen, not wait for it to happen.
Yeah. You're 100% right. Like I didn't have a bunch of talents, but if I think back to how the military sculpted me when I got out and I got in the civilian world, we would call it.
Is that like just absolutely just eye-opening? Like I can't imagine going from I'm coming out of SEALs and going to the regular workforce and watching how lazy people are.
Structure.
That must have driven you crazy.
Yeah, right. Long story short, I got into sales. The funny part is I was what do they call that, an introvert?
Where you don't like to be around people?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't gain energy being around people. I should say that correctly.
I met some people that were in sales, and my mom and Christy and all them, because when I got in the military, like, sales, you'll last 2 weeks. That was 2 decades ago, and I started selling and then worked all the way up to general manager, like through the whole chain. People would ask, how did you do that and stuff like that. And I just always said, like, there were tons of people that were smarter than me, but nobody outworked me. Mm-hmm. And I see that to this day and age when people, will ask questions, how are you fit, or how do you excel at work? How have you been successful? And the simple answer is, I come to work, go to work every day.
If you show up.
Yeah, I'm reliable. I'm not going to call in. I'm not going to be late. Mm-hmm. When I'm there, I have the intensity of working. I'm not there just floating through the day with no strategy.
Yeah.
I'm not to get too far right on the work world and things like that, but I think they're all intertwined. It's no different than the gym.
Well, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah. You got to show up.
You have to show up, and when something gets in the way, you have to find a way to make it happen getting here, not just allow life to sort of get in the way, be like, I guess I just can't make it, or it's not going to work. Like, things that you do are things that you want to do. Mm-hmm. People do what they want to do, period. And if they want to show up, they show up.
Yeah.
But you have to get past the want.
Yeah.
Because it's that important. You have to show up anyway.
I know.
Even on the days you don't want to.
And to think about like the gym, things that we say constantly to people, like you can't show up 1 or 2 times a week.
No.
It doesn't work. You don't have the commitment. And the same thing in the workforce. Like, I'm going to work today. Oh, well,
That's great, but
yeah, I'm off on Wednesday. You know, I got a day off. Well, I'm just going to mess around Tuesday and not call customers and not do things I'm supposed to do. Well, you done missed a whole day. And then you're off Wednesday. You don't have no prospects. Then you come back Thursday and you have nothing. My point is the same thing as a gym. You know, if I'm a member and I'm 3 times a week and I don't come consistently, say like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the Tuesday and Thursdays, maybe I'm walking or stretching. Like,
it's not that walking and stretching are bad, but they're not going to get you where you need to be.
No, they're not. But what I'm saying is you don't have a consistent plan. So that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday turned into, oh, I made it on Monday. I'm tired. I didn't do anything Tuesday. I didn't show up Wednesday. And I'm not stretching on Thursday. Your whole week unravels. And oh, by the way, what do you do on the weekend? Oh, I could come to class and work out. No, I'm going to sleep in and I'm going to take a walk.
Yeah, we got to take the opportunities.
Okay.
To come and work out the whole, well, and if you look at that week, what did you just say? You worked out Monday?
Yes. You blew it off Tuesday.
Wednesday's like an off day.
Yeah.
Thursday, no.
No.
Did we say anything about Friday?
Okay, so say maybe
Tuesday.
You showed up on one of those days,
yeah.
The Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but you showed up twice.
Yeah.
Okay. The other days you didn't do anything, and this happens, and you definitely don't show up on a weekend. You're probably eating shit you're not supposed to. Oh, let me just go for a walk. See, those little tiny things like go for a walk and do that stuff, that's great. We do that stuff.
Yeah.
But that needs to be plus.
Yes, that's in
addition to.
Yes.
You got to be committed. You got to go to work 5 days a week at least, right?
Yep.
To make money and put it in your bank.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you ain't putting anything in your physical bank. You're not getting healthy because you ain't showing up 5 days a week. It doesn't make sense. It's like the whole world. So people approach us all the time, you know, hey, so what are you doing? You know, how do you get fit and all that? And I'll make sure that I pour into them and I tell them.
Absolutely.
You know, and some people listen and some people don't. That's the biggest frustration. But
I think people don't also realize that they have to major in the majors first. And the minor things have to come secondary. So people hyper focus on things like, oh, I gotta spend 2 hours looking up what protein powder I need to get. And they're not even coming to the gym consistently. And so those major things, moving your body all day long, working out 5 times a week, eating healthy, all that stuff, drinking your water, all that stuff comes first.
Yeah.
Not the little things. They're like, oh, my protein powder didn't come in. I guess I can go to the gym. Or, oh, you know, I wanted to do the CrossFit class, not the strength class, or vice versa. And I'm going to have to go to a different one. So I guess I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like little things start getting in people's way, or, oh, you know what? Grocery pickup. My grocery pickup, I had to schedule it for this time. So I guess I'm going to not go. And it's all about priorities.
But it becomes a snowball.
It does become a snowball effect. One little thing, it all starts to unravel.
When you miss a day, it's so hard because then it becomes 2 days.
Yep.
But if the key, you know, and I tell people all the time, if they say, oh, I ate something I'm not supposed to. Okay, well, here's the great news. Yeah, it's behind you.
It's
okay. Yep. I missed a day. Okay, go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because the bigger they get in the hole, the bigger they start piling down on themselves, and it's hard to get out.
Have you seen that? There's a reel that floats around, and it's somebody saying something like, oh, you're sad? Go to the effing gym.
Oh, yeah.
Over, and it doesn't matter what it is. It's like, oh, you're sad. Oh, you need to eat? Go to the effing gym.
Go to the gym. Yeah, yeah.
Just over and over again, because every time you do, you feel better.
But it's so true.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And, you know, people, they harp on, and we get a lot of leads for the gym, and I'm talking to people, and I tell them the same thing all the time. Come try out for free. All of our members that have become members, I've told them they try that because I want them to see for themselves.
Yeah.
Because people will say things like, we hear all the time, oh, I don't have the money, or I don't have that, or it's expensive. That's BS.
I disagree on that.
Oh, I do too, 100%.
People's money is a priority thing too.
Yeah. And if you break it down per day, it's nothing. Like, this is your life in fitness. But the key about it too, the where CrossFit is different, is because it's more than a regular gym, because it should be. Because it yields results. The other gym doesn't.
You also have like a coach, and like this is a totally different thing.
It's accountability. Yeah. If you're paying it, you're going to show up. And I think a lot of times they use that as an excuse. It's because they're scared to hold themselves accountable right yet. Because they know if they're paying the money, they're going to do what?
They're going to show up.
They're going to show up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's why those programs that you can buy online that are like they get real expensive. Any kind of like, we're going to do like a 30-day something or other, and here's these supplements you eat, or this diet program or whatever. The more you pay for it, the more likely they are to adhere to it, because money means something.
Right.
If it doesn't cost anything, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Nothing free is going to work.
Never does.
Yeah. So it's just, it's a tough thing to see. It's very rewarding as you get people in, and I don't want people to complicate it. I guess how we can kind of dial this in and end it, how I tell people all the time, stop complicating it.
But that's what we're here for.
Yes.
Like, we uncomplicate it.
Yeah.
They don't have to think. They show up and they do it. We have it all ready for them.
Yep.
The program is laid out. They just have to walk in the door.
You do. And you got to stay consistent. You just have to show up. I tell people that all the time. Well, what do you need from me? What do I need to do? I don't need anything but you to show up. Walk through the doors. It will be the best decision you ever made. But
they have to go. They have to get here and go through the door.
Yeah. 2-3 days a week, you're just not going to see it. You're not going to see it. You have to learn to incorporate at minimum 4 to 5 days a week. Active recovery day and off day. Recovery is so important. And
that's been CrossFit's thing for years. It's 3 days on. 1 day off. 2 days on. 1 day off, and one of those days has something to go for a hike, go for a jog, go do that. It's been there forever. This isn't a secret.
I know you just said it, but let's kind of end with that, because I don't think we talk about that a lot. Like, that is so true.
Yeah.
Well, how do I do this? To their prescription, 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, correct?
Yeah. That's literally.
And that's how it rotates. Now, it's not the end of the world if you went 2 days on, a day off, 2 days on. There's a day off and there's active recovery in there. But then again, people are just so sporadic, and they
go when, let me see if I can go to the gym. Not, this is my appointment. This is when I go to the gym.
Right. See, I could go down a huge rabbit hole here, because the way we program and design our whole week,
it's perfect.
It's
perfect.
Yeah.
It's designed for people to show up.
Yeah.
So if you only come this day randomly or this day randomly, you're not getting the stimulus of the entire week, which is,
right.
I'm not going to say elegant.
Yeah. I don't like that word. She used that the other day describing us in some workout, elegant. I'm like, we're not elegant.
But I think the programming is in some ways.
Yeah.
It's hard as can be.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be. It's programmed in a manner that is going to do all the things that we need.
Yeah.
All the strength training.
Yeah.
It has the intensity pieces. It has active recovery style things built in.
Yeah.
But people have to come.
But if you're not paying attention to that, you could say, come 2 days a week, which doesn't work, and you could hit the same body part for that week.
Yeah.
We have it designed where it's lower, it's upper, it's cardio, it's strength, push, pull, hinge, squat.
Yeah.
It's done right, and you have to pay attention, and we keep telling you that. If you show up consistently and do what we tell you to, you're going to see the results.
Absolutely.
But you have to make the commitment. Okay. My advice?
Show up.
If you're coming on a 3-day membership, go unlimited if you want to change your life.
I think that's funny, that word though, unlimited. Like people think like, oh, unlimited. Like all you're doing is showing up the number of times we think you should show up.
Yeah.
It's not.
Come in a minimum 5 times. Make sure you're getting your recovery. How about that?
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, and if you got questions about it, ask, and I'll tell you straight up. Go to the gym. You're having a problem, having a bad day, go to the gym. You're hungry, go to the gym. You're tired, go to the gym.
Yeah. Any other ones?
Go to the gym. Make it a priority. That's all we got. 15 minutes. Holy moly. Okay. We got to go.
Okay.
3, 2. Don't do this elegant. Powerful. 3, 2, 1. Let's go.